Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Boy, do I have a treat for you folks today. I got a Nubeo Tourbillon. Now, I've reviewed tourbillons on this channel before, and I've always said that a tourbillon is kind of a watch movement that a guy who's already kind of established himself as a watch collector, right? It doesn't mean you can't buy it as a novice, but I just don't think people are going to necessarily, if you're the average watch collector, I don't mean Richard Mille kind of customers. I mean just a normal dude like myself, middle class, regular guy, working man, who just loves collecting watches. I don't think that you're going to necessarily just jump right into saying, hey, I have 5 watches in my collection, now I want to get a tourbillon. I think there's so many other choices to get before you go there. But that doesn't mean you should wait. And this is pretty incredible. So this has got to be my favorite tourbillon unboxing that I've ever done on this channel. And you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. I'm gonna go right into it. I'll come back with this beautiful mug in a little bit, but I just want to show you guys the unboxing right up close so you can really experience this watch and the presentation for what it is. It's awesome. I think it's one of the best releases Nubeo's ever done, and you guys are gonna love it. So let's check it out. Okay, so for the unboxing, I just kind of rotated the camera a little bit. My mug is still here. So let's check it out. So look at the size of this box. If you're used to my other Nubeo reviews, you know they're normally a smaller box. Now, of course, it doesn't matter the size of the box. It matters what's in the box, right? But what a presentation. This is something that I kind of compare other luxury watch companies when you get one of their watches. And again, I'll never purchase anything like that, right? I'm not a $100,000 watch guy. But I will state that some of the videos I've seen on YouTube with guys with lots of money unboxing watches from Jacob & Company and Richard Mille, many other brands, they usually come in this huge box. So look at the size of this. Like, you would not think that this is a watch in here, right? It looks like it's going to be a watch box. So let's open it on up. So right in the top here, we have Nubeo. The QR code take you to their website. This is kind of all the Nubeo watches I've been reviewing on this channel. This one here is, I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with this one. We have, of course, the foam top insert with the warranty card. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. And let me just try to pull this out without making too much vibration here. We have a lot of padding in here, all across the sides. Let me just kind of pull this sucker out without actually, like a kid on Christmas morning here. Let me get rid of this big box. Then we have another box on the inside, right? And I'm just going to bear with me 1 second. We're getting a little bit of vibration here. See if we can correct that. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So still a really large box. You might be saying, what the hell is in this, right? Pull off the outer sleeve. And voila, it kind of exposed itself, right? Voila. We have this awesome plexiglass case. And I don't know if you can see here. Hopefully by this video you can see just how incredible this presentation is. We have Nubeo engraved right in the front. They want you to see this watch in detail, right? So cool. I actually caught online a picture of this watch right before the release, and I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool way to kind of, I guess, present the watch. I didn't know the watch came in this box. This is one of the coolest watch boxes that of all the watches I've unboxed on this channel. Incredible, right? I mean, what a presentation. And I love that they really kind of thought about, when you pull the top of the watch box off, how this sucker just opens up, right? I mean, pretty incredible. Let me just bring this down a little bit here so you can see what I'm talking about here. There we go. I mean, just absolutely incredible presentation. When I reviewed my Aquadive watch, when Aquadive sent me that was a pretty cool presentation as well, but this really knocks it out of the park. Awesome plexiglass case, and these cases are probably not too cheap to manufacture. Now, it is acrylic of some sort. I'm assuming it's plexiglass based on my experience with plexiglass. I'm not 100% sure, but it appears to be that way. Very incredible. I like also that they didn't put any kind of pillow on this, right? The watch basically just sits right on the plexiglass shelf here. And so what that allows is for you to see the entire watch without even taking out the box. What a great way to display this. And without further ado, let's check it out. Now I'm going to show you guys some close-ups and we'll talk about the features. Okay, folks, so let's get right into it. So this one here, you're probably wondering, oh my God, look at this glove. So you're probably wondering, what is the name of this watch? This is their Icebridge. Now, I reviewed on this channel a couple weeks ago 2 different variations on this, and they do make this watch in just a standard automatic. This is their Tourbillon edition, and what an edition it really is. I mentioned earlier that when folks are going to add a tourbillon to their collection, generally they've already, I guess, added quite a bit of watches to their collection, because realistically, when you look at a tourbillon, there is a mechanical reason on why a tourbillon is potentially more accurate. And I say potentially because, it is dependent upon the movement, it is dependent upon, as long as everything's working properly, right? But mainly, what is the real world advantage to getting a tourbillon? Honestly, it's just cool. And if you are a collector, you just want to see, I don't know if you can see this balance wheel gyrating away, right? And just because you have an open heart, and this watch obviously is fully skeletonized, the entire case is canine crystal. So see right through this bad boy. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. This is, of course, the blue version, or the baby blue version. They actually call it sky blue. All the colors on this watch, whether you go with the tourbillon or the regular automatic, are just awesome. I'm really glad they sent me the baby blue. I am a huge fan of sky blue watches. Super summery, super cool. So, all right, so getting back to the movement, when you look at the standard version, you will still see the balance wheel gyrating. What really makes the difference is that you have this 3-pointed, I'm going to call it cage, right? That's actually rotating around the balance wheel. And in a nutshell, that basically helps to counteract the forces of gravity. Now, tourbillons, when you look at this, you'd have to be a watch guy to kind of recognize that and to even notice that. Most people, if you're not a watch guy, it's really something that you're buying for yourself. If you're going to add a tourbillon to your collection, it's one, I guess, notch in your belt, so to speak. It's something that you just want to check off and say, hey, I have one in my collection. Now, I have about 4 or 5. Every time Nubeo or one of their other brands like Cadola or Shield come out with a tourbillon, I always want to add it. They tend to be a little bit more expensive. I don't know, I get a little bit level of pride wearing a little bit more expensive watch sometimes, and I know that's kind of, I say that reluctantly because, let's face it, if you compare this to the standard version, there's not much of a difference other than a little bit of cosmetics and really seeing that balance wheel with the cage spinning around. That's really it. And you know that you got a tourbillon on your wrist. That's really about it. Other than that, I mean, whether you go with the regular automatic version, they're really the same watch. You have this beautiful canine crystal, and that's what really, the tourbillon is almost second to that, right? This whole watch, the claim to fame, is the fact it's using canine crystal. And canine crystal is known for its clarity, right? It's not just glass, it's super clear. And the idea in this is that you get a diamond-like shine with this case. Very scratch resistant. Now, if you are clumsy, this is not the kind of watch you want to go smacking on a wall because you could potentially damage it, right? It is very durable, of course, but still you want to be careful. Look at the back. I love the fact they kept the back totally open. You can see all the mechanics of that tourbillon. It is just a breathtaking watch. All these lines on here do have lume, right? So you will see these glowing at night. And this is just a spectacle at night as well. It's such an amazing piece. And Nubeo has come out with some amazing watches already. I do think that this is their best. Now, these are limited edition to only 50 units, so I am really fortunate that Nubeo decided to send me one. I wasn't sure they were going to be able to. This was not my first color choice, just to let you guys know, because the crystal white, if I didn't have the crystal white in the standard version, I probably would have went with that, because the whole claim to fame with this is the clarity, right? This is a tinted baby blue, and I absolutely love it, don't get me wrong. I really like the stout black as well. It definitely has a lot of pizzazz, but in all honesty, I can go through each one of these colors, and I'll be saying the same thing. Oh, I like the red. Oh, I like the brown, which I also have, just not in the tourbillon. So I'm really glad that they ended up sending me the baby blue, because it really is a flashy, colorful, fun, summery watch. It is absolutely stunning. I love, they got these kind of we're going to call them pillars in here. I think they should have done these in stainless, of course. It would just kind of pop a little more, but the black's fine too. You can see this high clarity canine crystal. Non-screw down crown, of course, but it is a hand wind watch. It's not automatic. Just keep that in mind. You will have to hand wind this. Some of the Nubeos are automatic tourbillons. And when it comes down to specs on this, unfortunately, they just have Japanese automatic. So it's some kind of Japanese automatic tourbillon, probably very similar to the ones used in many affordable tourbillons. Prior to like these last couple of years, you could not get a tourbillon for under several $1,000s. I remember when the first one came out by, I think it was, well, not the first, but one of the first by Age Locker. To get a tourbillon for $1,200 was unheard of. And now, let me just tell you, please sit down, because this price is frigging incredible. I'm going to hit you with it right off the bat. $629 on special right now. I don't know anywhere that you can get a tourbillon watch, no matter whoever the movement's made from, for that kind of price point, let alone a K9 crystal watch with specs like this. We're getting K9 crystal. We're getting that Japanese, not some just basic Chinese automatic, tourbillon that you don't know, even though we don't know the name, it's still a Japanese automatic. We have applied indexes with super lume. We have that K9 crystal, front, back, sides, everything. 3 ATMs of water resistance. A 31mm blue FKM rubber strap with the butterfly clasp. This is another amazing innovation from this watch. I've never seen this done on any other watch. I have 450 plus watches in my collection. Nobody's done this. It is a sort of like a spring bar in here. And so this just basically, remember those 80s slap bracelets you'd slap on your wrist that you get out of the gumball machines? This is exactly sort of that principle, right? You pop it on, it slaps on your wrist, you adjust it, and you adjust your size first, and it's really easy to take on or off. You don't have to keep kind of using the buckle and wearing that out with the eyelets. It's awesome. It just is a great design, and I absolutely love this watch. I mean, I cannot wait to wear this today. This is one of these creations that I, again, not even the tourbillon, when I got the brown version, the clear version, I was just so excited to get these, and I've been enjoying wearing them ever since. It is such a flashy watch, and if you are interested or into those kind of tonneau-styled case like the Richard Milles, what an incredible value. I mean, unbelievable. You're going to pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for a Richard Mille, and I'm sorry, but in my opinion, you're not getting anything better in quality. I mean, that is my opinion, but I just don't see really any difference. And getting K9, yeah, if Millie made this, you might get you might get a sapphire crystal case, but K9 is all you need. Super scratch resistant. I think it has a hardness of 7 or 8 on the Mohs. I think I'm saying that right scale. Super scratch resistant. I mean, it is just an incredible creation, and I don't know anybody who's I mean, I normally don't talk about value with Nubeo, even though they give you a lot of bang for your buck. There are brands out there like Aragon and Victa who also give you incredible values, right? But this one, I just couldn't believe it when I unboxed this and saw the presentation, saw the watch, of course, and then, of course, when I went here to look at the specs and saw this is on sale for $629, I just don't know how they make any money on this. So, absolutely incredible. 42mm case size, 18mm in case thickness, nice tall wrist presence, 51mm lug to lug, and that's about it. 110 grams in weight. 3 ATMs of water resistance. So, just an incredible creation. All right, folks, back at you. Unbelievable, right? I mean, just incredible watches like this. The other day, some guy commented on my channel. I have like 1,800 videos, and one guy had said, and I feel like I'm excited about everything I review, but one guy had said that my channel first started growing because of my excitement that I put out there. And I have to tell you, absolutely, when you first start collecting watches, there's going to be a level of excitement that eventually it does slow down a little bit. We all desensitize to things, but every now and then a watch comes along that really kind of, again, I'm not saying the other watches don't excite me, absolutely, but every now and then a watch comes along that really kind of brings me back to the beginning. And this is that watch. It is absolutely incredible. I want it in every color. I'll keep asking. So, all right, without further ado, let's throw in the wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist. I weigh about 182 pounds. I'm 5'8". This is just incredible. Now, there is one gripe that I have, and it's not really a gripe, but it's something I want to keep mentioning in hopes that the higher-ups at Nubeo turn around and listen to me. I want them to start including, with all their watches that are on silicone or rubber, I want them to start including some sort of adapter plate that allow you to make their watches adaptable with a 20 or 22mm strap. What I worry about down the road is all these amazing watches I have. I don't know about the longevity on rubber, FKM rubber, excuse me. I don't know, is it FKM? I just saw it on here. Where is it? FKM? Where did I just read that? Applied, yeah, FKM rubber strap, right in front of my face, right? I don't want to plant the seed of doubt in anybody's mind, but I worry about silicone. You hear it all the time with, I heard Invicta watches, the band will disintegrate. I've never had that happen. I did have it happen on one Sterling watch where I didn't even wear it and it just disintegrated. I had an old G-Shock from 1982. Totally, the whole case fell apart. All the rubber dry rotted. So I just hope that watches like this will last a lifetime. You know, if you get something stainless steel, it will last a lifetime. As far as the materials, right? It's not just going to rust apart unless you leave it in the ocean. But I just hope that something like this will stand the test of time. My concern is that these straps are proprietary to the watch. And so the reason I say that they should start making adapter plates is that you could basically still, you know, wear this. I would have a lot of peace of mind knowing that this watch came with another little plate on here. It could be stainless, black stainless for this particular model, that would actually allow you to pop that plate in instead of the strap and then adapt any 20 or 22 millimeter strap. Pick a size, 22 is fine. That will allow you to say, hey, I've had this watch for 15, 20 years. The strap finally gave out. Maybe you wore it out. Who knows? Whatever the case, but that you'd be able to just find something to still be able to wear the watch and it wouldn't turn it into a paperweight. But in the meantime, oh my God, look at that piece. Unbelievable watch. Oh man, gosh. How exciting, huh? I just can't. I'm like a little kid. I swear to God, it's just such a great looking timepiece. Man, get it. They only have 50. And a lot of times when companies, in my experience, put limited editions like that, 50 units, they generally keep the price up high, right? I can't believe it's on sale for $629. It's like, Nubeo, do you want to make any money? I just don't know. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Thank you, Nubeo, as always. I do thank them a lot, but still, sometimes I do forget. And this is the kind of watch that brings that excitement back into the game of collecting watches. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help. Do subscribe to the channel. Do use my Fat Cat Collections coupon code. I don't think it'll work on this, but do use my link. Let them know that the sale came from me. It is nice to be able to track that analytical data. And if you guys have any questions, by all means, reach out. I love talking watches. So I'll catch you on the next one.